Hi everyone, Carolyn here in what I hope will be a pretty brief and focused Transition Chronicles video. I just want to tell you about a thing that happened today. So today I had to go to a FedEx facility to pick up a package because they made 3 attempts to deliver it to my apartment, but I was always at work, and anyway, I couldn't change the address to have it shipped to me at work, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I had to go to FedEx. And so I went to FedEx. I was kind of walking back from FedEx toward the nearest BART station, and I stopped at a bus stop to, but it was an area that I didn't really know that well, so I asked this woman who was waiting there, does this bus go to the BART station? And she said yes, so I waited there for for a little while, and then she approached me and spoke to me and said, do you just want to walk with me to the BART station? It's a holiday today, and so the buses are on a holiday schedule, and, it might just be faster for us to walk, and it's a nice day, and I thought that was a fine idea, so I said sure, and we walked together toward the BART station, and, we just had a very normal conversation that she and she talked about, she was a bit older. She talked about her son who's grown up, and like what he was like in high school, kind of unruly and stuff, versus like what he's like now, as a very successful young man. She's Filipino, and she talked about, her ideas about like the difference between emphasis placed on family in the Philippines and here in the U.S. And, we just chatted about the weather and what we do for a living and that sort of thing. And, and it just struck me while I was walking with this woman and having this conversation that it was so normal. And the fact that it was so normal was, for me, kind of extraordinary, because I don't normally have normal, just kind of small talky. But I mean, it wasn't just small talk. Like she definitely talked about some personal things, and sort of asked me about like my family and things like that. So, but just that kind of conversation, especially with someone who I've never met, who I don't know at all, very, very unusual for me to get into a conversation like that. And I don't know, and it was great. Like the fact that it was such just this normal conversation was really, really nice. And I don't know if it was just that she is the sort of person who, she definitely is the sort of person who just kind of, I think, would naturally put other people at ease. She's very, very obviously sweet, kind, unassuming, straightforward, friendly, sincere woman. But also I think maybe I was more comfortable, because I was more comfortable with myself than I have often been in the past. And she, at one point, she told me her name, and she asked me my name. And so when I'm in situations where, people don't know who I am, when I say that, I feel like I sound like a kind of rock star, like, don't you know who I am? But I don't mean it like that at all. I just mean like people who don't know me. Like, say, if I go to a Starbucks, for instance, and I order a drink, and they ask me what my name is, usually what I will say is Caro. And part of the reason I say that is because, I think people who know that name, know that it's a nickname for Carolyn, but most people, at least here in the U.S., it seems, don't really know that Caro is like a nickname for Carolyn, and so they just think that it's like if they see me as male, they just think that I'm a male with a really unusual name that they've never heard before. And maybe if they perceive me as female, then maybe they see it as like short for Carolyn. I don't know, but generally, yeah. And then so like oftentimes the person who takes my order will write my name on the drink as Caro, and then the person who calls out the order, because they don't know that name at all, they'll read it as Caro. I mean, that's usually what happens. But anyway, so usually because of the ambiguity of it, I guess I will usually tell people that my name is Caro. So anyway, this woman asked me what my name is, and I had that just really brief moment of hesitation of like, should I say Caro or Carolyn? And I just said, my name is Carolyn. And she said, oh, Carolyn, yeah. And, without missing a beat or batting an eye. And that was really, that was just really nice. So I think I'm going to try to just, in those situations where people might ask me my name, I think I'm going to try to rely less on the ambiguity of Caro and be more forthright. I mean, friends definitely can call me Caro. Like it is a nickname for Carolyn, and it is. I'm totally happy with Caro or Carolyn, but I think just to be more firm and clear and confident in interactions with people who I don't know, I might say, I'm Carolyn, you can call me Caro or something like that, but maybe, stick to Carolyn as the name that is mine. So anyway, that was just a sort of affirming little event that happened today. It was great to just communicate with another human being in such a kind of normal way. Especially a human being who I didn't know before, whereas those kinds of interactions, in the past are often I'd be very, somewhat awkward, nervous, uncomfortable. I felt really pretty comfortable in this one. So that was great. So anyway, just wanted to share that with the world. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free to chime in below. And thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again real soon. Bye now.